Hey, Mr. Ray here. Today we're going to solve quadratics by completing the square. Solving quadratics by completing the square. Which quadratics? These quadratics. Okay, so x squared plus 6x equals 7, x squared minus 5x minus 3 is equal to 5, and 2x squared plus 7x minus 3 is equal to 2 minus x. Now for this first step, for each one of these, what you want to do is set equal to 0. Set equal to 0. So go ahead and do that right now because that's the first step for each one. Pause the video, go ahead and do that, and I'll come right back. Okay, welcome back. So this is when we set them equal to 0. This is what they were before, and then we set them equal to 0 because that's the first step. Now let's go ahead and take each one of these one at a time and complete the square in order to solve for x. Okay, so let's take a look at the first one. We want to solve this. So what are we going to do? Well, what I always do is I have x squared plus 6x, put the x's together, put parentheses, put a space, plus I'm going to have a space here, and then I'm going to move the 7 over to here, okay? Now I know you're thinking, you said, well, you just told us to set it equals 0. I know, but this is a good way to organize it. 7 on the outside now. And then we're going to have a space here. So space here, space here. What are we going to put in those spaces? If you remember from that video, you're going to put b divided by 2 squared. You're going to add it here, and you're going to add it, not subtract, add it to the b over 2 squared on the outside, okay? Now, why are we adding that? Because we're adding it to both sides to balance the equation, okay? Now, I'm going to have an x squared plus 6x plus a 6 divided by 2 squared equal to 7 plus a 6 divided by 2 squared. Okay, so what are we going to get when we do this? We're going to have x squared plus 6x plus 6 divided by 2 is 3 squared is 9 equal to 7 plus a 9. Okay, so when we do that, what are we going to get? Well, we're going to get x plus b over 2. If you don't know what to put into the square, same sign here, that gives me the plus. It's always b over 2, b divided by 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3. That is going to equal 16. Okay, now this is the new step. What do we have so far? What we have so far is we have x plus 3 squared equal to 16. And now what we need to do is we need to take a square root. Take a square root of both sides. Now, what we're going to get is we're going to get x plus 3 is equal to plus or minus 4. Don't forget the plus or minus because you're putting the square root into the problem. X is equal to plus or minus 4 minus 3 when you move this to the other side. Okay, so x is equal to 4 minus 3, which is 1, and x is equal to negative 4 minus 3, which is negative 7. Both solutions work. Let me go over what was new. What was new is that I added a b divided by 2 squared on the outside. Okay? And what also was new? What was also new is that I square rooted both sides. And also you have to remember that when you square root, you get a plus or minus because you're putting the square root into the problem. Let's go ahead and do two more examples, okay? 2 more examples. Okay, so I have this other example. Now, some of you already know how to do this. You watched my other video. If that's the case, pause the video, try it on your own, and then I'm going to continue. Okay, welcome back if you did that. Now, if you didn't do that, it's okay, because we have x squared, my first step, minus 5x, space, space, equal to a minus 2. Again, I'm going to put the b divided by 2 squared here, a plus, and plus b divided by 2 squared there. That's it. That's all. So when I do that, I'm going to have x squared minus 5x, and I'm going to get a plus 5 divided by 2 squared equal to negative 2 plus 5 divided by 2 squared, okay? Now this gives us a little bit of a tricky fraction, and that's good because this is a different problem than before. So x squared minus 5x plus 25 divided by 4 is equal to negative 2 plus 25 divided by 4. Okay, now we need to turn this into a completed square. We have to remember that the sign is going to go in the middle of the completed square. That negative goes there. Of course, we have an x, and we're going to get b over 2 in the square equal to, now we have negative 8 over 4, right? So negative 8 over 4, and when we put that together, we're going to get 17 over 4. Okay, so this is a good problem because this shows you that not all the time you're going to get a whole number. You can get a square root. Now we have this. What do we do next? We square root both sides. Both sides. So the square goes away. Bye-bye square. Bye-bye square. That 2 equal to plus or minus root 17, because square root 17 is just square root 17 over 2. Now what are we going to have? Well, we're going to have x is equal to, move this to the other side, add it to the other side, and we get that 5 over 2 plus or minus root 17 over 2. We're going to put the 2 together. We get 5 plus or minus root 17 over 2. Okay, those are 2 solutions. Now, remember that when you use the quadratic formula, you will also get these solutions. Sometimes you get a weird square root that doesn't work out, like root 15, like root 13, like root 11, a square root of a prime number. They just leave it as that square root because that's the exact number, square root 17. Okay, let's take a look at the last one. Oh my goodness, we've got a different problem. Well, the first thing we do, if you watched completing my square video, which you should watch, part 2, when a is greater than 1, what you want to do is you want to take these two terms, factor out a, 2 times x squared. When you factor out a from 8x, you get 4x. Draw parentheses, move the 5 to the other side. Now, be careful here. It's a little bit different. What am I going to add here? I'm still going to add b divided by 2 squared right there. That b. And then I'm going to add, but I'm going to add on the outside a times b divided by 2 squared. Let me write that a little bit clearer. B divided by 2 squared here. I'm going to add a times b divided by 2 squared on the outside of the equal sign. So when I do that, I'm going to get 2 times x squared plus 4x. 4 divided by 2 squared equal to 5 plus 2. 2 is the a. 4 is the b divided by 2 squared. Okay, that's what you do. Now, we gotta now simplify, right? Okay, so we're gonna complete the square. 2 times, we're going to get an x and a plus, because this plus moves down. It's gonna be square. It's going to be 2, because 4 divided by 2 squared is, as you know, 4. Equal to, over here, 5 plus a what? 5 plus an 8. Okay, now what we're going to do next is we're going to have x plus 2 squared times 2 equal 13. We're going to divide by 2. X plus 2 squared is equal to 13 divided by 2. What do we do next? Yes, that's right. When you have a square, you need to square root. Square root, square root. Okay, when you do that, you get x plus 2 is equal to plus or minus root 13 divided by root 2. Ooh, that's a bit weird, bit tricky, right? Okay, so what we want to do here is we want to rationalize the denominator, multiply both top and bottom by root 2, and so we get x plus 2 is equal to plus or minus root 26 divided by 2. Now what we're going to get is we're going to get x is equal to negative 2 plus or minus root 26 divided by 2. Two answers, okay? Okay, now, all right, bonus one, last one. What I want you to do is try this on your own. Try it. I'm going to give you a little bit of a hint. It would be easier if we divided everything by 3 first. So before we even start, look at what we can do. We can factor out a 3 or divide everything by 3. Factor out a 3 is what I explained before. When you do that, you get x squared minus 7x plus a 10 is equal to 0. So we have x, therefore x squared minus 7x plus 10 is equal to 0 when you divide both sides by 3. Okay, so go ahead and try that one. Try solving using completing the square method. X squared minus 7x plus 10 is equal to 0. Pause the video, I'll be right here. Okay, now, what do we want to do? Again, same thing. We're going to have an x squared minus a 7x, parentheses, equal to, we moved a 10 to the other side, plus a space. What are we going to do? We're going to add b divided by 2 squared to both sides. Okay, so we get x squared minus 7x plus 7 divided by 2 squared equal to negative 10 plus 7 divided by 2 squared. Okay, so when we do that, we get x, and I'm going to do this in blue, blue is a better color, minus 7x plus 49 divided by 4 equal to negative 40 over 4 plus 49 over 4. So when we do that, we get x squared, pen is a little bit thin, plus 49 divided by 4 equal to 9 divided by 4. Well, I'm starting to like this because I can see I can square root this. So what are we going to do here? We're going to get x minus parentheses. There's a square. It's b divided by 2 here equal to 9 over 4 still. Next is the square root. We square root both sides. Oh, we're going to get x minus 7 over 2 equal to plus or minus, because you put the square root in, 3 over 2. Great. Add the 7 over 2 to both sides. X is equal to 7 over 2. We add it to both sides. Plus or minus 3 over 2. 7 over 2 plus or minus 3 over 2. So when we have plus, we're going to get x is equal to 10 divided by 2. Or when we have minus, we're going to get x is equal to 4 divided by 2. X is equal to 5. X is equal to 2. Our two solutions. Now, this is how you complete the square to solve a quadratic. Completing the square might seem a little bit of a long way to do this, but it's important to know this skill because it's really important when you're graphing, when you're doing other things in algebra. So again, my name is Mr. Ray. If this helped you out, please subscribe and hit that like button, and I'll have a lot more videos coming out. I do want to, about 5 or 6 videos a week is my goal here. So I hope this is helping out. If you have any questions, let me know, and I'll see you in the next video.